heading into the draft, there was a couple major questions for the Las Vegas Raiders. We talked about it. Defensive line. We talked about corner. Well, corner really wasn't that big of a need. But offensive line, defensive line, maybe a third wide receiver. You know, I was kind of wondering what was going to go on with guys like Brian Edwards and Johnson and all that. So I was just kind of, I didn't really know. But one major thing, like we mentioned, was offensive line. What were you going to do? Were you going to keep Leatherwood at tackle? Were you going to move him into keep him at guard? What was going to be the plan? But, you know, in the third round, obviously they selected Dylan Parham, like we've covered with the 90th overall selection. So love the pick. I know he's out of Memphis. We're sorry. But immediately he's a guy that is going to come in or we feel that is going to come in and do something different for this Raiders offensive line, at which, you know, we think it's worth mentioning that this Las Vegas Raiders offensive line is ready for a jump. I think, you know, again, the big question was, how are you going to interior wise, how are you going to protect a guy like Derek Carr? That was going to be the biggest question. You went out and traded for Devontae Adams. You went out and signed Chandler Jones. You made all these big moves. What were you going to do to protect Derek Carr? And I think the drafting of Parham definitely really put the Raiders in a great spot, because now heading into camp, yes, there's still some questions, there's still some things, but you now have a spot. You're in a spot where you can look at across the board along your offensive line and really ask yourself the big question here, and that is, how can we get the best 5 players on the field? And I think if you just take a look at here, you know, obviously these are projected starters. So you got Colton Miller at left tackle, Denzel Good at left guard, Andre James at center, Jermaine Illuminor at right guard, and then Alex Leatherwood at right tackle. I think that's the dream scenario, but I think an even better scenario, the wild card here, is Dylan Parham. Where does he fit into this puzzle? To me, I don't care. I don't care where this man plays. He's a stud. He is athletic. And honestly, you could, you know, put him in right now and next year come back and this man puts on 20 to 25 pounds or, you know, puts on some weight. This could be a bad man. He's got wheels as it is right now. He could stand to put on a little bit more weight and just be a bad man for the future. So I think, you know, the question is, how do you get the best 5 players on the field? I think if that's putting Dylan Parham in at guard, okay. If that's at center, okay. I don't care. That is what training camp is for. That's where you need to find these best 5 players to put along on the offensive line and see which 5 guys are the best on the field in terms of protecting and also run blocking. And I think the Raiders are in a perfect spot. That's why I believe this Raiders offensive line is ready for a jump. We talk about, again, just in both phases, run blocking and pass blocking. You've got 6 dudes here that are going to vie for starting spots. Could you legitimately put in Dylan Parham over Andre James? Yes, but we got to remember, Andre James played pretty respectfully. Played over 1,100 snaps last year, had a couple of penalties and allowed a couple of sacks, but was very respectable. A former, I believe, undrafted free agent out of UCLA. So was a guy that I think you definitely bet on. You definitely bet that he's going to come back as the starter. And then you put Dylan Parham in. I don't know why Dylan, I spelled his name wrong. Great. Anyway, the point is, the matter is still this. Dylan Parham is that guy. He's a guy that's going to come in right away, going to do a lot of different things for the Raiders, and he is going to be a fantastic find for the Raiders moving forward. I think he is going to be a huge contributor, whether that is this year or next year. I do think he can contribute right now. So heading into training camp, heading into minicamp, rookie minicamp, OTAs, whatever. The goal is fixing this offensive line. You've got the tools. Now put the guys in the best positions to do it, and I'm really excited. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think. Whoa, we're gonna get we're gonna get back up here. But let us know what you guys think about. I'm gonna fix this. I apologize for you guys. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. All of a sudden too. But let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders offensive line being ready for a jump.